don't know what it is. I just been in my chef era. I'm gonna cook this, I'm gonna cook this. I'm honestly trying to become a better cook because when I do live on my own, I know your girl likes to eat. Your girl's a little big bag. So if I can make the food now while I'm at home, at my parents' house, I definitely could be prepared for later on and for myself. But today, what's on the menu is going to be beef stew with rice. I wanted to make that because it stretches and we can have it for like the next 2 days, take some for lunch, just make things kind of last a little bit. But y'all, I am gonna make it in the Instapot. When I tell you, you, and you in the corner needs to get an Instapot. Instapot will save your life. This is gonna be my second time using the Instapot by myself, so pray for me that I do well. But it basically makes the food that takes like a whole day and it cuts it down. So I'm going to be making this. This shouldn't take me too long to make it because of the Instapot. The creators of that, thank you. It's something I love to eat with some rice. Like it just feels so homemade to me. Like it feels so good in the soul. Fine, take some notes and see how I make my food. Go ahead and get ready because we're gonna get right into this video. Welcome back into the kitchen. Make sure you're washing your hands. That is a very important step. If you do not wash your hands at all, I'm never eating from you. So now it's time to glove up. Ooh, look at these beef chunks. I'm so happy they're already cut up because, girl, it cuts out my timing. Now it's time for me to rinse out my beef just to get all that gunk. And look at the beef chunks. Ooh, make sure you're cleaning off your sink because, you know, beef juice got on it. And I just cannot. A dirty sink is just not the way to live. Like, ew, wash off your sink. Wash it real good. Now it's time to season my onion powder. Guys, when I season, I use my traditional seasonings most of the time. Mix it around so it can get in. Garlic powder. I love garlic. So get real nice and near. Adobo, you know, that is a classic statement. If you're not using adobo for your food, what are you doing? Chicken bouillon, not too much because I already have salt and the other stuff. Mix it real good. Yeah, girl, mix that up. Black pepper. I love black pepper in my food. I feel like I can't really taste it, but it's good. Worcestershire sauce. I don't really know how to say that, but for beef, I love to use that in some steak seasoning. I don't know why I use steak seasoning. It was just something I was like, ooh, let me try it out. Let's see how it tastes. Look at that beef. My gloves have lots of seasoning. Washing my sink again. Oop, scrubbed up dub. Oop, girl. Now it's time for the potatoes. So I usually take out potatoes on the side. I have 2 bowls, as you guys can see. Peel that up. I want to make sure all of my skin is off of my potatoes so that I can put it into my clean water. Ooh, look at those potatoes, guys. I honestly just cut them up in little pieces. I don't really have any directions how I cut my potatoes. I just cut it up in like chunks where it's not too big but not too small, where you can get a good chunk. Look at that. It's all nice and clean. And now we're getting prepared for our carrots. Yes, I have organic carrots. They were actually way cheaper than the original carrots. I wonder why. So I'm rinsing off my carrots because, you know, we clean stuff in this household. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. Beef broth. So right now I'm making my base for the beef stew. I like to put on the side, seasoning it up with the same ingredients that I use for my beef just to give it some flavor. So just because I like to make sure my stuff is tasting right. And then some beef stew packets. Mix that around to make sure. Oh, yeah. Look at her. She's looking good. She's looking super good. Let it simmer for a little bit and leave it alone. Guys, we got the Instapot. I'm putting the oil so that my meat doesn't stick. Guys, I was struggling, so my cousin came and saved the day. She put it on a pressure cooker for me, put it on high, and letting everything heat up. I don't know why. I struggle with this all the time. Now it's time for me to brown my meat. I have a lot of beef chunks in there. I didn't even realize until I started like cooking. I was like, this is a lot, girl. But y'all better stir it up. Stir it up, girl. You was getting strong. Now it's time to put our potatoes and carrots since my meat is brown. Mix that up all together. Guys, this is a gym workout. Like, who needs a gym when you can cook? Now it's time to put the beef stew seasoning in there. And then I like to put some water because I don't want it to be salty. And then I'm going to mix it all around. Guys, it's looking so good. Wait until everything's done. Then it was time for me to actually start it. I put it on I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. I really couldn't even tell you. Now it's time for to put the top on it. Guys, I was struggling once again. So my cousin said, girl, if you don't go ahead and let me help you, it's not that hard. And she was trying to figure it out herself. But you know what? I was just standing there like a pretty princess. Because you know what? I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. Then she finally got it. And I was like, go girl. Now it's time for you to wash your rice. Make sure you're washing your rice and washing your body. Like I said, we a clean household over here. Anyways, I'm draining it. Now it's time for me to do my rice. When I do rice sometimes, I like to add chicken broth because I like my rice to have flavor, no bland rice. And time to oil the bottom of my pot. And then I season my chicken broth because I like for my rice to be delicious, so good. And then afterwards, I like to stir it up really good and then try it to make sure that it has enough flavor. Now it's time for me to add my rice. Make sure you're adding all of the rice inside the pot with the beef broth. So that's like substituting it for water. Honestly, I can't explain how to make my rice. I just know what I'm supposed to be doing. It's really hard to explain it. So I just put the butter in there, cover it up, and leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't look at it. Then I stir it up a little bit. Then I turn it down once all the water has evaporated, or beef broth. Turn it for a low setting. Then I put my lid back on and let it cook. Don't touch again. Now, guys, I'm opening up my pressure cooker. As you see that steam, I finally did something right since I couldn't get the lid. Did my little happy dance and then follow me. Oh, guys, let me show you. I love rice. Look at the rice, the steam and everything. Look at that. Stir, 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 stir. Girl, baby, who is you? Is that sticky fluffy? And now it's just warming. So everything is completely done. It's time for me to turn it all off. Ooh, bye. Then Sapaz said, guys, I actually got that off now. I'm strong. Stir it all up. It's looking good, baby. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Okay, so the beef stew's done, guys. My cousin doesn't. We're not going to show her eyes, but look at those beautiful piercings. Okay, be honest. Okay. Now we're just waiting on the rice, and then I will show you guys the
melting in the mouth. Melting in the mouth.
Here. Got my rice. I was being big bag and I ate some already. And I got my bowl with my beef stew. Guys, I'm so ready to dig. Okay. So I could definitely let you guys know my potatoes are very soft. And my carrots are nice and soft. The beef seems like it's nice and tender. So let's go with this broth. The flavors are immaculate. It is like so much flavors in here, guys. Like, I'm not just bragging, but it's really good. Yeah. Ooh, let's try the meat now. It's very well seasoned, very tender, very delicious. This is really good. The meat it just falls apart. Like, if you guys can kind of see a little bit, the meat is falling apart from the chunks. It's very flavorful. Now, if you want flavor, definitely take this recipe that I have today because you're gonna enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, you did something wrong. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video. More videos coming out. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And if you know, I always end my video with something positive, something motivational, something that's inspirational that you guys can take when you go home, throughout your day, throughout your week, whatever you can do. But I'm going to definitely put a quote down below that you guys can see. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Love you.